Welcome back. We are back to having candid conversations surrounding the resurgence of FBC California. Today we have three very, very important people who I'm going to let introduce themselves. Mo, we'll start with you.
I'm Alfred Mo Moulton, Coach Mo, the National Director of FBC.
Sasha Palmer, the Executive National Director.
And I'm Larry Golar, the California Director and General Manager.
So today, I think it's really important that we ask some questions just surrounding this resurgence and kind of where we see everything going from here. First question is just, what's the vision? Why now? Why California resurgence now?
Well, the vision, at least from our standpoint, is that we're bringing back actually the resurgence of California. So FBC has continued to expand all over the country, and we thought it was time and a place to do it now, to grow it at a point to where we want to be able to expand and be a part of everything that's going on in the travel basketball circuit.
And I think if you're talking about the vision of it, and it's we're celebrating 20 years, and why not celebrate 20 years of such rich tradition and rich history? Why not bring it back where it started? So as we tackle the resurgence and get our footprints back in the sand on the West Coast, we just want to make sure that we're taking what we started 20 years ago and what I've been able to together with a bunch of people down south to keep the movement going, even when the West Coast kind of rested a little bit, say hibernated, as the West Coast was hibernating. I think 20 years is just a mark. It's an important mark to do something real special. And I think the things and the vision that we have for the program is to just really, continue the dominance throughout the country. And, with California just being a major basketball state on the West Coast, just being able to, start controlling the West Coast again.
That's awesome. So to kind of piggyback off of that, Mo and Sasha, you guys have really been in the grassroots and growing these programs for quite some time in the South. Can you just talk a little bit about what that's looked like and how you've made such growth to be in 16 different states now?
Well, I started, with one team in Atlanta, and Brian Harmon, who actually started the original FBC in Georgia, kind of gave me a lot of information and just a lot of vision that, you all had 20 years ago when it started. So, I didn't create nothing that was new. I just piggybacked off a lot of conversations and, recreated something that I thought could sustain, the test of time. And in the South, with us being in Atlanta, it's a great place of, first of all, we got the right kids. And getting the right kids is probably, the most important. And it's a big shout out to the kids that came first, and understood that this thing felt different and we were going to do some things that was way different. And they jumped on board, and we was able to connect different states, and we started to grow. And now, with Sasha coming, went on as we've gotten the players, we've started to fine tune the business side. We're doing bigger tournaments. We're doing, just bigger events. And, we want to continue to grow the business, because we just want to give these kids something that's different, right? And, in creating something different, the tool is the basketball. And no matter if you're playing in California, if you're playing in Atlanta, kids should have the same goal, so the biggest word I think is trend setting. We've been very trend setting in the way in our approach to travel basketball. And I think the things that we've done, as a cohesive group, it's just been different. And sometimes it shakes the world up. Being different is not always the most liked, but I think it's one of the most respected from a travel ball standpoint. So we've just been trying to be trendsetters in how we move.
Yeah. So I think one other thing that you all can touch on is just, what does the future look like? What does it look like here in California? What does the future of FBC continue to look like and evolve into?
We want to make a powerhouse on the West Coast, just like we have done nationally. You know, I'm a big brander. It's about branding and putting the right people in place. And we think, you know, Larry's the right person. You know, we're bringing him back. He's got the right mindset that we do. We push mentality a lot in mindset. And we feel like we just want to make, and we want to go coast to coast. We have, you know, teams in many different states in the U.S. And our vision and our goal is to make a powerhouse on the West Coast.
So thank you for tuning in again. 3 very important people. FBC California Resurgence is coming. Keep watching, keep following, and make sure you're tuning in. Have a great day.
Coming to get you.